Sneakerheads, welcome back to the channel. This is Nature Reviews. I am Natureboichuck, and guys, I'm super ecstatic, and I've been this way this entire week since I got these sneakers in. One of my grails. To the extent I brung out the Supreme white gloves. You know how serious it gets when you bring the gloves out and put them on. Look at that. The Supreme thing was actually coming off a little bit. But guys, without any further ado, this is going to be the Nike Air Foamposite Galaxy 2025. First, I don't even know where to start with this sneaker. It is absolutely astonishing. The whole makeup for us, the design and what it took for us, impressions, the print, the gloss, even from the player that, of course, this sneaker was first designed for, which was Penny Hardaway. It is so much to take in with this sneaker, and to finally have a pair of these in my hands is truly special. Now, this is what you're going to be able to expect from this video today. We're going to talk about the on-foot experience of this particular sneaker, the color, the styling, and what was worn back in the days when this shoe first released in 2012. Next is going to be the release that's coming up. As of right now, All-Star Weekend is going on, so you have a lot that's available in San Francisco for the NBA All-Star Game, and it's so spiritual that they decided to bring it back during this All-Star Game in reference to what went down in 2012. Then we're going to talk about the history, what went into the design makeup, the early ideas of crafting this particular shoe, and the reasoning behind why this shoe was made during the All-Star Game in Orlando in that period of time. All of it is extremely interesting, but the great thing about these ingredients, when you mix them up, you realize how awesome this shoe is on this review today, starting right now. Now let's start with the release date. The official release date is February the 21st, 2025. That's when the Sneakers app is going to launch this shoe here for a retail price of $230. Now that is $10 cheaper, or should I say more, I'm sorry, than the 2012 pair that came out for a retail price of $220. Now back then, looking at the Foamposite, that was an expensive price. Most cases, Jordans were going way less than that. And if you had a pair of foams back in the day, man, you were that money guy other than the guy who was just buying the Jordans. Nike has already dove into the archives and placed a lot of the history on the Sneakers app. And when they did that, they decided to roll out a early access. Now, early access went to people who have purchased this particular shoe within a range of 2023, if I'm not mistaken, to 2024 on their app. Now, the way they displayed it was saying that you at least attempted or tried for a Foamposite, whether it's 1 to 3 times. I was lucky enough to be able to get this particular pair off Sneakers Early Access, which was on the 7th. When it came out, somewhere around 12 or 1 o'clock. I can't remember exactly, but of course I was extremely thankful, and I had no problem hitting the next day air to be able to try to get these shoes. What was weird on this early access was it was in the format of a draw. And I thought that was crazy because the draw lasted for almost 2 hours. So even though you got the early access, you hit it, you logged in, did all your particulars there, you had to wait 2 hours to know if you copped this shoe. Now, in the aspects for a stock, a lot of reports that probably have surfaced online from different cook groups and things I've seen myself, the sneaker stock on this particular shoe is going to be $2,600. Yes, now that could change. And the reason why I say that can change because on the early access is rumored that around 1.1K of that stock was let out to the early access members. And they have sneaker pass thanks to the All-Star Game, which looks to be very exciting this year when it comes to sneakers. Are going to have different stashes or sneaker passes going on, and there's no telling. There's no telling how much of that same stock that was seen earlier, the 2,600, is going to be depleted by the time it gets to February the 21st. In layman's terms, guys, you need to be on your P's and Q's. The price is not as high as what you've seen in the 2012 model. So if you miss out, let's hope the market trickles down. I kind of see this particular shoe here staying somewhere steady around $400 to $450 for its market when everything is all said and done. Now let's talk a little bit about a history, the what, when, how, or whatever you want to describe it. I want to call it the great marketing rollout campaign of Nike in 2012 Chaos by design. Now, I say by design, but I'll talk about that later. I'll tell you this. This was one of Nike's best rollouts for an all-star game that I can recall in my day and time when I was into sneakers. Now, of course, coming up to this rollout, the Nike team was already organizing something because they do roll out in allotments in that present day of 14 to 18 month periods before they can make a launch. Now, with this particular model here, they was going to be meshing two different things where it came to apparel, street design to sneakers themselves, and it kind of meshed in between one. But the story behind the Galaxy Foamposite is more interesting than what most people actually even know. Now, just to reel it back a little bit, the All-Star Game in 2012 was held in Orlando. Orlando has been known or is known for to have one of the largest facilities for its NASA. The NBA knew that. So when putting together the team to be able to come out with a specific shoe, they wanted to really come off with a bang. And they did that with this particular shoe. Now, it's just beautiful. This shoe is, guys, and what it came up to within that concept, this was not the very first Nike Foamposite Galaxy actually even made or sampled. Now, Mr. Humphrey itself kind of cracked the code open and introduced the world into that sample in 2011, coming up to 2012 when he was in Vegas at a party and he wore that sample. Yes, that image is going to be shown there. And in that image, of course, you're going to see this particular shoe. This is arguably, I would say, the very first Galaxy Foamposite that was made. It was on the NBA team, a Nike team for its color and design in that period of time, was actually working on two different colorways. Now, that colorway that you've seen in the sample image that Mr. Humphrey was wearing, that particular model was one of the samples. She wasn't too happy with that, of course, coloring and design. She wanted something to be a little bit more darker, richer, a little bit more gloss, and that's how you actually came into this particular model here. Now, fun fact, when they did approach Penny Hardaway about this particular colorway, it wasn't this colorway yet. It was the one that you've seen in the sample image, and he was astounded. Now, it usually works the other way around. Of course, when they bring out the shoes, they show the player the concepts, the colors, and everything like that, and ideas are drawn. But they were working on a smaller amount of time to be able to get this sneaker out for the All-Star game. But when Penny Hardaway seen the colorway that you see in the sample, he was even shocked by that. Now, come to find out that sample that you've seen was actually remade again, of course, and you'll have the black bottoms, and of course, a lot of the glosses change. The deep coloration is a lot more deeper, giving you more of a galactic type look, and that's how you got the Big Bang Foamposite that you see here. This final design was done, and everybody on that team wanted to keep the same apprehension like Apple did when Apple can conceal product images and what's being brought out next around that time. So Nike wanted to use the same kind of terminology and verbiage when it came to showcasing the Galaxy Pack. The Galaxy Pack, guys, look, they're legacy shoes right now. Hall of Fame sneakers or grills, whatever you want to call them right now. But you had the LeBron 9s, the Kobe 7s, and of course, the KD 4s, Galaxy. Every last one of those shoes were absolutely awesome. But they were available and able to get on the shelves during that period of the All-Star game. This particular model in the Galaxy Foamposite was not. This shoe, when it was displayed, guys, caused so much freaking chaos. It was insane. Nike had to shut down most stores, a lot of the stores, some remained open, and not too many people were able to actually get their hands on this particular model, which at that point, with all the chaos, fights, I mean, it was unbelievable what happened. If you think anything that happens with Hibbits and everything that happened this past 2 weekends ago, I should say weekend ago, on the Jordan 5s with Hibbits, it is nowhere close to the absolute ridiculousness when it came to this particular shoe. Before we get into the on-foot aspect of the Galaxy Foams, guys, I want to thank you for your support. Thank you to my subscribers. We are somewhere around 5,900 and some change. Anyway, we're close to 6,000 subscribers. Guys, I truly appreciate your likes, your comments, and your shares. It takes a lot of work at times putting these reviews together. So any support that you can provide, I truly appreciate it. one more thing I need you guys to do for me is to support Charlie's Charms. Yes, that's going to be my daughter's business that she wants to start. And as you can see, oh man, she makes some of the best beaded bracelets and earrings here. And I just want to support her, guys. So you'll see the box right there to the side. Drop some money in it. Or if you guys want a pair for your daughter, wife, son, or you just want to match your kicks with some beaded bracelets, make sure you guys send me an email. I'll get your address and information. We'll work out the terms for us money, and I'll get them on the way for you guys. But other than that, let's get back to the video. The on-foot experience of the Nike Foamposites, no matter which ones you wear, take a little degree of style, I should say, to be able to pull them off, whether it's going to be the top portion of the fit or just the pants. Now today I'm going to have on, of course, my Nike pants, as you can see, and they look great of it. Great overload, hang over the top portion of the shoes themselves. The shoes really do all the talking when it comes to the Nike Foamposite, so don't try to overshadow your shoes with any kind of other particular pants on it. The Galaxies pop, and you can tell looking at them, they just look great and dynamic, all the way up to the Galaxy texture around the top portion of the upper, looking at the slight glow of the bottom portion of the sole, all the way around to the back where you see, of course, the 1 cent sign being on the back heel, and of course, remove before flight. That is just a great ingredient on this particular shoe. And on-foot styling is really one reason why this shoe has popped over this year's time. On-foot experience on the shoe is going to be great. Of course, fitting true to size, but I'll explain a little bit more of that later. But all the ingredients of a Grail sneaker is here, and on-foot experience is an absolute 10 out of 10, which my overall rating is probably going to be close to the same, but I'll save that coming up for the next segment. Everybody wants to know when a Grail returns back to the market in a different year, what changed? Yes, we did have a couple of things change on this particular shoe, but I think it's just based off the refinement of the technology that Nike had then to now to actually make it better than the particular model we seen in 2012. Now, right off, of course, I'm going to show you the side panels of it there, guys. The upper around this shoe with the Galaxy print and format, it does have a little bit more gloss and lightness to it. It is not as dark as what you'll find on the 2012 models based off the images and mock-ups from other people posting it that I've seen. So the gloss and the contrast as far as colors just really pop in this rendition, as you can see. That's one thing I do love about it. I'm not mad at that slight change. For us, the Arctic gray and black accents that you see right here with the Nike check. Nike check is going to be a little bit more darker. Right along to the eyelets going around the top portion of the shoe there are going to be a little bit more darker. On the 2012 model, that was slightly lighter. So that did change on it also. And of course, the bottom. The bottom glow factor is a lot more enhanced. It's a little bit lighter also. You're going to get definitely more of a glow out of this shoe itself. So that's one thing that I do love. I wanted to have a little bit more glow out of it. One of the best glowing shoes that I've actually seen was one of the Air Force One Skeletons, and the Nike SB Dunk Mummies have some of the best glow factor, but this here is right up there with the glow factor when it comes to that. The plates for us, the carbon fiber print look the same, not too much different. But one thing on the bottom portion of here, where you see the 1 cent sign, of course, in relation to Penny Hardaway, it's going to be a little bit more refined. And even on the back portion, when it comes there, it's going to be a little bit more thinner, not as big as you would have found it on the 2012 version. Now, as far as the tongue, I didn't see anything else for its difference there. I think they kind of revised the 1 cent right there on the tongue too. Like I said, when they did those changes, it was just a little bit more refined. Everything is snug and tight when it came to that. And they also still have the same pull tab, of course, the flight tab there that you see around the ring. Now, from the one time I did get my hands on a pair of these just to touch them and feel them, the ring felt like it was a little bit bigger. This one feels slightly thinner. I don't know really what the deal is with that, but that's not a big, game changer or anything for me. For us on the inside of the shoe itself, they did keep the insole the same, so you're not gonna have to worry about the insole or anything like that changing. This is going to be the same in the 2012, so no big deal there. But overall, the same shape and fitting as you would see out of, I want to say, the Arctic Blue colorway that came out earlier this year. It still has the same shape. And it's pinpoint on T with everything for us you'll see for us the shaping of it. So the shoe looks superb. It looks great. The colors look good. The small enhancements that Nike actually made on this is not bad. I see my Spike Lee shirt was getting into that there. But everything that they changed for as refinement has been pinpoint. Now I seen one person post a photo talking right here at the front toe cap where it was different on the 2012. It wasn't. I don't know where they got that image from or what pair of Galaxies that was, but that wasn't a legit pair. But anyway, other than that, looking around the shoe, everything looks great. The touch and feel of it feels great too, just like your regular foam. For some reason, it may feel a little bit more softer. I may be reaching on that, but the materials around the upper feel a little bit softer. The bottom feel the same. Laces are the same, so nothing has changed with that. Also, now if you want to get real picky in particular about the OG returning and having the same aspects, the box did change all the way around. You don't have that lighter brown color. You're going to have the black box with your traditional Nike check and logos being on there too, but in a Galaxy style format. And I do like that. I like the way they did this box. For a upgrade, they did upgrade some things, so I'm kind of excited to see that they decided to upgrade the box too. This is a quick strike product. Usually with the quick strikes, you do get a different or slight design change in the box. So keep that in mind to all the people, oh, I want the OG pair. Man, shut up. This is a quick strike, so you got the box that matches the shoes. I like the touches that they did with that. And for as fitting sides, guys, they fit like a pair of foams. If you don't know how a pair of foams fit, they're snug basketball shoes. So they're going to be a little bit snug around the top portion of the foot itself. But as you can see with the on fit, they fit me perfect. I'm a size 10. I have a little bit of a wider foot. I had no issues wearing these shoes themselves. If you like a little room in the shoe itself, you can go half size up. You won't have a problem at all. But if you are hooping in them, get them true to size. You'll be fine. But there's really no big mix up for as what size you should get in this particular shoe. Overall, I love them. I enjoy the history of this shoe, the makeup of this particular shoe. And it's a grail that Nike did absolutely perfect. I don't see where they missed a beat for us anything on this shoe. They brought it back out around the All-Star game, and they are launching events based off the All-Star game. And, you know, the hype is there, and I like it. I like the way Nike is doing this marketing. And if you're in San Francisco right now around the All-Star break, you will see it. They have Jordan 4s, navy color coming out. They have the rare Air 4s. They're going to be down there. You're going to have this particular shoes. I think they did a sneakers pass on the Union Jordan 1s that are down there too. So this is what it should be about. This is why Nike should be still proclaiming themselves as the king. All they have to do is just start marketing things. It's so simple. You bring the hype back, excitement with sneakers, and when you do that, every other make and brand starts to do the same thing. You saw the ads with Adidas, with Anthony Edwards. Awesome ad and commercial. And now you're seeing it with Under Armour that's down there. You see it with Converse, with SGA. So just think about it. Everything in the sneakers right now, 2025, is absolutely perfect. And we're in February. You have Brick by Bricks coming back out with Nigel. Look, you can name plenty of them. You have the Black History Month SBs coming out. A nod to the Black American Cowboy. Can't wait. Can't understand why it's delayed also to April when this is Black. Anyway, I guess the rollout is going to be perfect on those. And guys, Nike is doing a great job with what they're doing right now. This shoe is a 10 out of 10 for me. There should not be a rating any lower in the sneaker atmosphere on this particular Foamposite. Nike, good job. Guys, if you're merely even thinking about copping this shoe, do what you need to do to get this shoe, and you won't be dissatisfied. Dissatisfied. I'm Nature Boy Chuck, guys. Thanks for watching Nature Reviews. I will see you on the next review on the Jordan 12 flu games on the next one. See you guys later. Peace.